not be in Norway for a while, so I thought I would read from this particular chapter. I mean, really, you have to go deep into it, and I did. I listened to Mayhem records, recorded bootlegs in Leipzig. Anyway, sorry. Obviously, you guys like folk music. I don't know. Neither Norway. I was warned, watch out for the black metal, said muso friends when I told them I was off to the wilds of Bergen for a rock festival, as if I could be mortally wounded by shards of satanic shrapnel. But when I arrived in this bucolic fishing village, think Popeye's Sweet Haven, on the west coast of the country, supposedly the wettest place in Europe with over 200 days of rain each year. The sun shone brightly, and the air was clean. The whole town so benevolent and friendly that I wondered where the dreaded onslaught of Odinesque intermolation might be hiding. Little did I know, and would soon learn, that Bergen was the nexus of black metal's most notorious incidents, from the beaning of an audience member by a severed sheep's head flung into the crowd by Mayhem, to the 1992 burning of a 12th century Gothic church that the singer of Burzum, Varg Vikernes, claimed was at his instigation. That Vikernes, once bass player of Mayhem, later stabbed to death Mayhem's guitarist, Euronymous, who had supposedly boiled and eaten the brains of the group's vocalist, dead, who committed suicide. That Faust, drummer of Emperor, had knifed a man to death in Lillehammer's Olympic Park with no provocation. That the music wallowed in apocalyptic and misbegotten confrontations between Norse mythology and Christian infidelity and demonic sacrifice in grade B horror schlock, played at mind-numbing volume and speed, beset by convoluted fantasies of racial purification and unrelenting retribution. Scratch the Scandinavian surface and the gates of hell doth open. And yes, I went to see the Witch Museum in Vardø yesterday, so it's true. The music isn't confined to Norway, but it is Norway that popularized the particular sword and sorcery that is black metal's uncompromising howl. Skoll! One is cheered in a country that lifts its glass to the Viking tradition, until you're reminded that it translates as skull, which those Vikings used as flagons to toast their destroyed enemies. In this land of the midnight sun, Nobel laureate Knut Hamsun, 1890 novel Hunger, describes a would-be writer wandering the streets of Oslo, then tellingly called Christiana. I remained a while looking into the dark, this dense substance of darkness that had no bottom. What if I myself became dissolved into the dark and turned into it? Okay. Amid the rampant unintelligibility of growl syllables, words rise from the Malabolg and snatches. Most of the groups do sing in English, thank goodness, only to be dragged back into primordial swamp. It's pure Dr. Doom, threats against unmindful humanity and embrace of the Dark Lord. Where would you like your torment to begin? Perhaps by sitting in front of those speakers for eternity, pummeled by waves of jackhammer sound, until your very soul begins to shred and decay into that moment when the universe is made over into what it once was, when pagan gods ruled the fjords.